Welcome back to another video. Today we are back into the Open Ultra League, running the Tapu, Fini, Gliscor, and Jellicent. Let's see how this team synergizes. Initial thoughts on it are, you got two water types, and then you got the Gliscor just to kind of protect against the water weaknesses. Here we have a great lead. They switch on into the Cobalion. We swap to the Jellicent. Pretty solid switch here. So far we have a Strangle hold onto this alignment. Here we don't have to shield anything. Even a Stone Edge is going to do, I don't know, what is that, 15% maybe, 20% maybe. So we don't have to worry about any charge moves from this Cobalion, and we're doing heavy damage with these Shadow Balls. One more Shadow Ball will take out this Cobalion. This is a shiny Cobalion, so shout out to our opponent for using the shiny. Let's see if this Shadow Ball is shielded or not. Okay, they decided to shield it. And here we're just going to, what are we going to do here? Let it go. The thinking is because we basically have 3 counters to this Cobalion, so we don't necessarily need a shield right there. We come in with our Gliscor just to farm a ton of energy, because we already know the Tapu Fini has a solid matchup against that Dragonite, so we might as well get the energy advantage. This Gliscor is loaded with super, probably at 100 energy right now. We can throw anything that comes. So they come back in with the Dragonite. This Dragonite here is going to take a nice slash, and then it's going to get swapped out. They reveal that they have their own Jellicent. So in an energy advantage world, we have a good situation here, because not only did we chip the Dragonite into Moonblast range, but also we're getting this Jellicent out of the way. This Jellicent it has no shields. We know that we can tank one of these Shadow Balls. We're going to be throwing an optimal timing here right before they get to another move. This Moonblast will, do about, what is that, 30%, something like that. So they're going to go for the Surf. Unfortunately for them, we resist the Surf, and then now we're just going to blast away with these Night Slashes. One Night Slash goes through. Here, we have to shield. Obviously, this Night Slash that we have right now is very valuable. We need this chip damage, and then we just gotta hope we can wing attack down, and then we can throw another Night Slash back at that Jellicent. And it looks like that is the exact case. So, well played, and GG's to our opponent right there. This Gliscor here, taking out the Jellicent at the end and the Dragonite, pretty amazing. Considering, it's not the bulkiest thing. I would say, if I remember correctly, it's under level 40, so it's kind of a budget pick. Obviously, this team isn't entirely budget pick, but Gliscor is, it doesn't need any XLs. At least that's the one that I built did not require any XLs. So kind of an interesting Pokemon to use if you want. Here, it looks like we get counter swapped into with a Clefable. So we go in with our Jellicent, and they decided to shield that first one really early. Okay, we did get a little extra X go through. They go for the Moonblast. We throw after one fast move. This Shadow Ball will not KO, but okay, they decided to double shield. So at this point, we're just going to fire off the Shadow Ball as soon as we get it. Not worrying about move timing that much. And then here, we're just going to race to see if we can get to this Surf. Unfortunately, they get to another move. We're just going to shield this one to force out all the energy that they have, because we know they had a bunch of energy. They go for the back-to-back Meteor Mash, but Jellicent resists the steal, so we know that we barely survived that one right there. So now they come in with their obstacle. They got a lot of energy, but not before they take a little chip damage Surf. Luckily, we do have the Tapu Fini. They counter swap out of this matchup into their Cresselia. So this Cresselia is going to be taking super effective Night Slashes. It is going to be chipping away. The Cresselia here needs to get to at least 2 charge moves. Let's see if they're running Future Sight or Moonblast. Oh, our opponent is running the Future Sight version, so we know that they are going to be able to get to another Future Sight to KO us. And let's see if we can get to another Night Slash. Okay, perfect. It looks like this is CMP tie. We win the CMP versus the Cresselia. This is really important chip damage right there. Not only is it in the red now, but our opponent actually throws the Grass Knot. Now we immediately switch out because we do not want to get farmed. And we know that we have such a positive matchup in the front, we can switch out comfortably. They go for the Grass Knot. Here they're going to throw a Night Slash or Obstruct Bait because that's all the energy that they have. Okay, exactly. And then now we're going to throw this Moonblast as soon as possible. Maybe we could have done one more Water Gun, but doesn't matter too much. And then now here we just force them to use energy, or we farm it down. GG's to our opponent right there. That was a pretty solid hold. The fact that they had that Clefable did take 2 shields from that Jellicent, kind of crazy. So let's see what else we can face. Let's see if we so if you didn't know by now, this is kind of an ABA water team, so obviously we don't want to see any grass or electric types in the front or the back. But here we go. Our opponent decides to switch out of that Haxorus bad matchup. They go into the safe swap of Snorlax. Snorlax is kind of a weird Pokemon to deal with for us. We decided to come in with the Gliscor because it kind of doesn't have any play against the Snorlax and the Haxorus. So our job here is to just get shield or try to at least do some damage. And then hopefully our 2 water types will be able to carry. So our opponent does do the 1 shield farm down. They are able to win the switch, but we didn't really care about the switch too much right there. As of right now, we know that we can farm down this Snorlax with this Jellicent and come out with a lot of energy and face the potential Haxorus and whatever's in the back. We don't have to show any move. Okay, so it ends up being another fairy. This is just straight up Togekiss, and we're just going to be able to blast away all these Shadow Balls. They know that this is a bad situation for them because they have that Haxorus in the front. As soon as they swap, we were going to swap, but they switch lock themselves, so they know that it's GG's. So GG's to our opponent right there. Thanks for saving some time. And on to the next one. We are seeing an increase of fairy types. Like even we're choosing to use this Tapu Fini. All right, another kind of a weird matchup, but it should be favorable because we're not taking as much fast move damage. All the damage is going to be incoming from this Surfetch. So they did try to catch. They tried to catch a move, but we save all that energy for the Surfetch when it comes back, and we switch into our Jellicent. This Jellicent decides to shield the Earthquake, so that's huge. We throw on optimal timing. This Shadow Ball will do some good damage. It wouldn't KO, but it would do some damage. They decide to shield. Okay, makes sense. Okay, and now we do get to the other Shadow Ball. This Shadow Ball, let's see if they're going to shield. They don't shield, so it did about 50%, that Shadow Ball, against this Shadow Walrein. So we're going to decide to let this Shadow Earthquake go through, which is perfect, because now we're going to be able to get to... Okay, they decided to throw Icicle Spear, so we're not shielding this. And we're going to throw, after 1 fast move here, unfortunately for them, this Surf will KO because they're so low already in their Shadow. Okay, and then now we have the Red Steel coming back in. It is going to potentially be able to farm us down here, so we're going to switch out to not allow that. They decided to go back into their Surfetched. They haven't revealed what their second charge move is, so... Okay, I would have thought maybe they would have gone for Night Slashes, but maybe they're just running Leaf Blade and Break Bird. So we had a choice right there. We could have either 1 shield farm down, or we could have just let these charge moves go through. Okay, here we decided to shield. And now we really have to make a decision. First off, we get debuffed, which is terrible. But also, we're trying to switch out here. We're doing our best to try to switch out, and unfortunately, we lose all that energy on the Gliscor. That was horrible. That was pretty much the game. If we would have just thrown one charge move, not only would it have been chip damage or shield, but then we would have been able to switch out and switch into our Tapu Fini to do the rest of the damage. So, a little bit unfortunate right there. Just literally 1 count, 1 turn away from being able to switch out and saving all that energy, so we can throw it back at the Registeel when we come back in. But nonetheless, we move on. Let's see. Pretty solid matchup here. Expecting to switch out. That's exactly what they do. They come in with their Tapu Fini. So anytime someone comes in with the same Pokemon you lead with, you generally want to stay in, because not only do you have the energy advantage, you can just dictate what's gonna happen. So they decide to shield. Okay, and we're not gonna show the first one. because even if they go for the Moonblaster, we know that we can get to, or we can switch out, which is basically another play that we can use here, because we can save that energy on the Tapu Fini for later, and they're still switch locked, so we can switch into basically whatever we want. Besides the Gliscor, this Jellicent has a pretty good matchup against this Tapu Fini, as you can see. We're still up 2 shields. We're still maintaining alignment. We still have a pretty solid matchup against that Cobalion. We have 3 things to counter that Cobalion, so that was another reason why we decided to switch in or stay in versus the Tapu Fini switching. So we got this taken care of. All we have to worry about now is what's in the back. Initial thoughts there, like they have the Steel Fairy, and then they decided to swap right there. I don't know what they were trying to catch, but we were always going to throw a Shadow Ball right there. So I'm not exactly sure the timing on that. They go for the Grass now. We go for the Shield. We throw optimal timing right here, and we're going to throw for another Shadow Ball. This Shadow Ball barely doesn't KO, but we're going to be able to farm it down, and this is GG's. We're just going to get to another Shadow Ball. I don't know if they're going to allow us to get to another one, but we pretty much had them the whole way. They were really weak to Jellicent with their Cobalion and Cresselia core, but we also just had the counter to their switching. So GG's to our opponent, and that is the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it.